What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, Jaron Boots Ennis, the undefeated, unified WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine, welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is 34 wins, no loss, no draw, 30 wins by way of knockout, at 27 years of age, got a message for the boxing world through me. Not that he told me, but that I'm telling y'all. Jaron Boots Ennis, who's a welterweight and been chasing undisputed and welterweight supremacy for years now, is supposed to sell his soul, go to Saudi Arabia, and fight a junior welterweight who has one belt, never fought on pay-per-view, not a pay-per-view star, was a unified champion and the reigning WBO junior welterweight world champion, has not unified the belts against any fighter in his division at 140. Has only unified the belts once. Has a loss to a guy he didn't avenge the loss to. Is 22 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 13 wins by way of knockout. Has never sold out a major event or venue. In star boxer Teofimo Lopez. Because see, Jaron Boots Ennis is considered a duck for not fighting a junior welterweight, opting to just wait for the undefeated champion in his division, who is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 23 wins by way of knockout, younger than Teofimo Lopez, holds the WBO title, and was absolutely ducked by Teofimo Lopez, offered the fight by Top Rank, legendary promoter, Hall of Famer Bob Arum, Todd DeBuff. They offered Teofimo Lopez the fight with Brian Norman Jr., and Teofimo Lopez turned it down. Not once, but twice. So Jaron Ennis opts to wait for Brian Norman, who's going to fight in a couple weeks against Jin Sasaki in Japan, and then said that he's immediately going to turn his attention to Jaron Ennis and will sign the contract, which would be 3 belts for Jaron Ennis should he beat Brian Norman, and the Ring Magazine belt. And he's chasing official undisputed in his weight class, where Teofimo Lopez did not. And Jaron Ennis is considered a duck. But Teofimo Lopez refuses to fight a guy for the same amount of money that he get to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, to fight a guy who has been chasing him for the better part of 5 years and was chasing him to fight for undisputed and at 135 and chasing him to unify the belts at 140, and he turned the opportunity down to fight a world champion at 135, to unify the belts at 140 pounds, and now to fight the same fighter at 147 pounds to work his way towards Jaron Boots Ennis in superstar boxer, who has headlined pay-per-view cards, who has done big numbers, who has sold more than Teofimo Lopez, who has earned way more money than Teofimo Lopez, who has been on the pound-for-pound list forever and a day, in Devin the Dream Haney, who beat the man who beat the man. Teofimo Lopez lost to George Kambosos after he ducked Devin Haney. Devin Haney went to Australia and beat Kambosos twice. Came back and then beat Lomachenko, where Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko and never revenged George Kambosos. And Teofimo Lopez is offered the same amount of money to fight Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez says, I'm not going to sell my soul to go to Saudi Arabia to fight Devin Haney. But Jaron Boots Ennis is supposed to sell his soul to go to Saudi Arabia to fight Teofimo Lopez? Boxing is a circus. It's a clown show. And just to let you guys know, Keyshawn Davis confirmed that Turki Al-Sheikh was offering the same amount of money to fight Keyshawn to fight Jaron Boots Ennis, which lets you know he was going to offer the same amount of money to fight Devin Haney or more to fight as he was Jaron Boots Ennis. Because the truth is, Devin Haney's stock is higher than Keyshawn's because he's accomplished more than Keyshawn. So let me get this straight. Everybody and their mom said that Jaron Ennis was ducking Teofimo Lopez. He's ducking Teofimo Lopez. Let's get this straight. But Teofimo Lopez gets to say he don't want to sell his soul. But wouldn't that be Jaron Boots Ennis selling his soul to fight Teofimo Lopez? Really and truly, because he has nothing to gain from fighting Teofimo Lopez. Right. You see how that works? And that's all I got for y'all. Now, Teo went on every social media platform he has to call Jaron Boots Ennis a duck and say that everybody else was in cahoots to prevent him from getting in a fight with Jaron Boots Ennis. Why? His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is trying to force you to fight Devin and Keyshawn in easy fights for the same amount of money? Right. We know what it is. And that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.